everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea, and today I have my 5th update for musical panning. This is a project that was created by Mari. Her channel is Patriot Makeup, and she took 3 songs from each decade from the 1940s to the 2020s and created prompts for those songs. And I love music, and I love Mari, so I really wanted to join in, and a bunch of other people have. Mari has also given us the option of bringing in our own songs and creating prompts for them. I'm not going to do that until I finish her original 27 prompts that she has made, and I'm getting there. I've got 2 more prompts or items done this month, so let's just hop right into it, shall we? So for the 1940s, I was working on the last song I needed to complete that decade, which was Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Judy Garland. That was a colorful item, and this is one of the ones that I have finished. I have the box, but not the soap because it's gone. This is from Soap Distillery. It was their rainbow soap bar. They do this every year in June for Pride, and they donate 20% of their sales to the Broadway Youth Center. So I finished mine up. I really like this company as a whole, and if you are interested in supporting a small brand, although, and I actually didn't know this, but Deb from Deb B, she found these at Macy's, I want to say, but they are also they're a small business based out of Chicago, and I really like purchasing from them. And if you want to try out some bar soaps and have some of your money go to a good cause, then I would suggest checking out the rainbow soap while it is still in stock. But yeah, this is done. So that means I have done all 3 prompts for the 1940s. And since that is finished and I don't have any more songs from the 40s to roll in, I'm just going to go down to the next available prompt that I haven't done yet. Then for the 1950s, I'm working on Sleepwalk by Santo and Johnny. That's an item you put on before bed. So I picked this Herbivore Prism 12% AHA, 3% BHA exfoliating glow serum. This is what it looks like. I want to use it 30 times. I should have just done washi tape. Why don't I just do that now? So since I, forgot about the existence of washi tape before this update, I can't tell you where it was when I rolled it in. But I want to use this 30 times, and I have used it 8 so far. So let me get my Sharpie, because I don't, the bottle is so pink and iridescent and pretty. I don't want to put Sharpie on the bottle. So this is... That's fairly accurate. We'll just go with it. So I am right here. So I have 22 more uses to go on this, and we'll see how much damage I can do in those 22 uses. I didn't want to bring this into finish because it would just take forever, and I just don't. Even though I'm going to just use it until it's gone anyway, I don't want to put that pressure on myself for a project. So I'm just going to do the 30 uses, and then it'll be done. For the 1960s, the song I was working on is Sitting on the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding, and that's an item that makes you feel chill. I don't have it to show you because it is another soap from the Soap Distillery, but it was when you make orders, they just throw in a little sample piece of whatever, and so it's in a paper bag. I've been using it. It's in the scent Beer and Cig, which I said before, I don't like beer. I don't like the smell of cigarettes, but that soap it kind of just smells outdoorsy and manly a little bit. It doesn't actually smell like beer or cigarettes to me, but I know I picked that because I know people use those items to chill out, and I know Danny said I'm surprised you didn't pick anything that was marijuana related, and I'm but I when I was thinking about it, I'm like, I didn't have anything, but I do have a hemp lotion, but I'm already working on a lot of lotions, and I'm not like Danny. I can't finish a lotion in like a month. So I was just like, we're going to go with beer and cigarettes. So that one should be done next month. For the 70s, I'm working on the song September by Earth, Wind, and Fire, an item that makes you feel good. This is embarrassing. So I brought in my Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle lipstick in Tiger Teeny. It's this really bright orange shade, and just like bright lips like this makes me feel good. And I brought it in for 10 uses. Go ahead and guess how many times I've used it in the past month. If you said 0, you would be correct. So I still have 10 uses to go on that. It's so small. I need to like figure out where to put it in like my little makeup, everyday makeup area where I can actually see it, because like it tends to kind of get lost and then I forget about it. For the 80s, Pride and Joy by Stevie Ray Vaughan, a product you're proud of. Oh my gosh. And for that, I'm working on a little sample of the Balm In Full Swing blush, because this is something I got from Ipsy many, many moons ago. And this is actually the first blush I ever hit pan on. So my goal is to finish it. There's really not a lot left, but I've only used it 2 times in the past month for a total of 11. So it's slow going, but I mean, there's really not that much left. I don't need to say it. You all know what I'm going to say. The same thing I say every time that I show you a product that should be a snap to finish, and it's just not done yet. So we're just going to move on. Then for the 1990s, it's Friday I'm in Love by The Cure, an item you have a love-hate relationship with. And for me, that's cream or liquid eyeshadows, because I think they're so gorgeous and I just never remember to wear them. So this is by the brand Eloise. It's in the shade Pure Gold. My goal is just to use it 10 times. I had 5 uses on it last month. Guess how many times I've used it this month? If you said 0, you're wrong. Haha. I used it once today. It kind of like blends in pretty well with the shade I've got on my inner portion of my lid, but it's on the outer half of my lid. Again, this is why I have a love-hate relationship with them. Like, it's beautiful. This is such a beautiful color, and like the formula is really nice. I just, for whatever reason, do not use them. And I need to, like, I haven't bought a liquid eyeshadow in a very long time, but I'm always like tempted. And so far I've been strong and I haven't done it, but I have to remember, like, I don't use the shit that I have, so why would I buy more of it? So I have 4 more uses of that left. I'm not going to say that I'm going to have that out for next month, because I probably won't. For the 2000s, Be Yourself by Audioslave, an item that makes you look or feel natural. A little ironic, I picked a concealer. This is the one step that I forgot to do in my makeup today. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour in the shade C6. It looks pretty light, but I put my concealer on before my foundation, so if it's too light, it really doesn't make that much of a difference because it's covered up by the foundation, so it's not so stark. My goal is to finish this, and I've only used this 7 times because the other concealers that I'm working on, they're not in projects. They're open and I want to use them. They're not done yet. So like every once in a while I'll use this, but I'm still focusing on finishing those other ones up first. So this won't be seeing major use for a little while. Although if I remember, was it Ruth who used one of these, and she said it didn't take very long to finish. I'm trying to see. There's 4 grams of product in here, which I feel like isn't that much. Hold on, I want to compare this to like some of the other concealers I have just for reference. Okay. These are unopened, but this is the Lip Bar Concealer. Oh my gosh, who can read this? I'm not even that old, guys. Come on. I think that says 10 grams. Who knows? Not me, because I can't read it. Oh my god. Why? Oh, jeez. Wait. I'm confused. Okay. This is... okay. So this, I think... Yes. So this one is 10 grams, and I've never used the lip bar concealer before, so I don't have any idea how long that would take. This Oma Beauty one, which I've used several of these, and they take me a good 3-4 months. This says it's 5 mils, but so I don't know how that compares to grams, but this says it's 0.14 ounces, and this says it's 0.17 ounces. So yeah, I don't think, like, once I'm using it regularly, I don't think this will take very long to finish at all. It's just I'm trying to finish the other ones before I, like, solely focus on that one. Then for the 2010s, I was working on Genius by LSD, Sia, Diplo, and Labyrinth, an item you think is genius. And I brought in this Spongel Apple Blossom multi-use body buffer thing. I mean, it's not in here. This is just an empty box. I am, for purposes of this project, I'm calling this done because, and I'm not going to show it to you because it's been in my shower and it's a little weird. But I'm still using it, but I don't think there's any of, like, the actual Apple Blossom infused gel in there anymore. What I've been doing is putting my bar soaps, like the Rainbow Soap Bar and then the Beer and Sig Soap Bar on it, because it'll, like, stick, and then I can use it to both, like, kind of exfoliate and lather up at the same time. So I'm keeping it in my shower for now, even though for purposes of the project, I think I'm considering it done. So there's that. That's my second empty. And then finally, for the 2020s, which this is the only decade that I have not finished a prompt in yet, because I'm working on Pac-Man by the Gorillaz, an item you can't get enough of, and I'm working on my Cliona Multichromes. I kind of rearranged this a little bit. My eye look is a little bit different. It's because when I was trying to figure out which shadows that I've used out of my Multichromes, my little magnetic rod thingy gouged a big piece out of one of the other shades that I've already used, and I didn't want to waste it, so I tapped it on the top. But anyway, I started out with 18 multichromes that I hadn't used before, so this just makes me nervous. So I had all the ones that I hadn't used down here, and the other day I rearranged them, so everything that I've used got moved up here, and I have these 5 left. But the last 2 that I used this past month were this one, which is Lineage, and then I'll throw a picture up somewhere. And then I used this one, which is Torrit. So I have 5 more to go, and I'm thinking it'll probably be 2 more months before that prompt is done, because that's just the way it's going to be. So now I have 2 more prompts that I can roll in. And then the first one is from the 1960s. It's People Are Strange by The Doors, which is a Strange product. And this is the Revolution Glass Skin Primer Ultimate Dewy Finish. I love dewy. I love illuminating, so I thought I'd give this a go. The texture of this is so odd. It's like an oily gel, and I think that's really weird. So I was thinking about it. I've never used this on my face before. I've only, like, swatched it one other time because that's how I knew it was a weird product. But I decided I'm going to have a bit of a different goal with this one. So in my 12 Oldies in 2022 project, I'm working on this ColourPop No Filter Stick foundation. Even for summertime, I feel like this is a little too drying, a little too cakey. And even though I've been putting my Wander Beauty oil on top of it, it doesn't do as much as I hoped. So what I'm going to do is when I use this foundation, I'm going to try it out with this primer. And if if it like works, if they work together well, then my goal will be to use this primer until this foundation is done. If it's not like the best pairing, I might just use this like 20 times because I'm working on a couple other primers and I don't want to commit to finishing this right now. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It'll be like kind of a conditional goal, like if this, then that. So that's what I'm going to do for that one. And then the next one for the 2010s, Heathens by 21 Pilots, an item that makes you feel dangerous. Nothing really makes me feel dangerous. So I thought, like, what would you wear if you're trying to be like really, you're trying to look like sexy dangerous, I guess. And I came up with like a black eyeshadow, like a smoky eye. So I just decided I know this has been in projects several times, at least like the past couple of years, but I'm just trying to slowly wear away at it. So this is another liquid eyeshadow. This is from Too Faced. This is the shade Licorice. It's black, but it's got so many silver like sparkles and glitters in it that it's not super, super black. But I just want to use this 10 times. Like it's not a terrible liquid eyeshadow. It's not a terrible color. It's just, again, it's not something that I reach for, so I just want to, I'm hoping that by continuing to put it in projects with just like smaller usage goals, I will either eventually finish it or it'll just get old and I'll throw it away, because this is one of those things where once it dries out, I'm not reviving it because I don't care about it that much. But I'm going to bring it in this project for 10 times. And that is it for this update. I hope you will all go check out Mari's channel. She hasn't been posting recently. I hope she's doing okay. I really miss seeing her videos. So Mari, if you're watching this, I hope you're going to come back soon. But that is it for me today. I did just want to quickly mention 2 things. One, I'm so sorry how behind I am in comments. I know I'm like coming up on a month behind, and it's getting to the point where I'm like, if I don't do it soon, I'm just not going to do it because it's going to be too overwhelming. But I literally, I know you might be sitting there thinking, well, like, you have time to sit down and film a video. Yeah, I have time to sit down and film a video, but I don't have much other time right now. And so I do want to get to my comments. It's just kind of a little overwhelming right now. So I try to do them in bits and pieces, so it might be a while before I get to all of them, but I'm doing the best that I can. I really am. So please don't. And even if I haven't responded to them, I see every single one. So they are being read. I just haven't done anything about it yet. The second one is probably for the rest of the month. My video schedule is, I missed a bunch of updates at the end of last month, and I missed several, I think, in the beginning of this month, and it's just, now I'm trying to play catch up because I don't want to like scrap every single update. So things are going to be pushed by a couple of days until I finally get back on schedule. Like the musical painting updates, I always update on the 12th. Well, I'm filming it on the 15th. I finally just uploaded my This Is Fantasy update, which was supposed to be on the 11th. The 15th is supposed to be 50 Shades of Green, but like I'm going in order of my updates, and I'm just going to post an update every day until I get back on schedule. So things aren't going to be posted quite at the same time as they usually would, but hopefully it won't take me too long to get back on track. So there's that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy, having a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.